What? So I finally watched the Artemis Fowl official trailer, and somehow I'm more disappointed after watching it than after watching the teaser trailer, so congratulations, Disney. You broke me even more. So the one thing I can say about the official trailer is that I can somewhat guess the plot of the movie, and oh boy! Artemis's dad is like a protector of artifacts or something. Apparently both ones that have historical value to humans and ones that somehow relate to fairies. Unless the historical ones also somehow relate to fairies. You know, I really don't know at this point. And it's kind of implied that he keeps the existence of fairies from human knowledge because knowing about fairies would put humans in danger somehow. They didn't read anything. They don't read a single thing. Or else they just don't care. Anyway, so Artemis's dad gets captured by a fairy, it looks like, and is held captive, and the fairy wants to make some sort of trade deal, you know, Artemis's dad for the artifacts, I guess. In the trailer, it kind of sounds like the fairy only wants one thing back, so maybe there's only one thing that Artemis Senior has that the fairy wants. I really don't know. This isn't the plot of the book at all, obviously. And for some reason, the fairies are attacking Artemis, and I can't believe I'm actually about to say this, but this movie may end up being worse than Percy Jackson. Did I actually just say that? Did those words actually just come out of my mouth? So the trailer starts off with someone interrogating Mulch, who apparently works for Artemis Senior. I'm guessing the nature of the relationship is that Mulch steals the artifacts that Artemis Senior protects. That is... yeah, I know what I said about this may be worse than Percy Jackson. So the way this is set up and framed, it looks like this is going to be a frame story with the beginning of the movie set up so that someone is asking Mulch about the events that happened, and Mulch starts narrating, and then it goes into the details of the stories where he obviously stops narrating until possibly the very end where he narrates like 2 more lines. Just a guess. That is not a proper way to implement narration, but we're just gonna move on. Someone else will have to tell me if that's right, because like I've already stated, I am not watching this movie. Anyway, we're just gonna skip right over the fact that Mulch manages to escape in the books and move on. Oh yeah, did I mention that Artemis Fowl Senior is gonna be in this story? Even though he doesn't make an appearance at all until the 2nd book, because he's going to be in this movie. I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it if his role in this movie was getting captured by the Russian mafia, even though that actually happened like 2 years prior in the books. But it would appear that Artemis Senior is going to have a rather active role in the movie, so hooray. Oh yeah, I always put on sunglasses inside to make myself look cool while my father looks at me like, "What the heck are you doing? You look stupid. Take those things off." Seriously, what is up with the rings? Is this supposed to be Artemis surfing? Because the fact is, they don't actually live near anywhere where surfing could happen, and this is not Fredia Shaw. Why is there someone surfing, period? What relevance does that have to the story?
You've grown strong, son.
I'm sorry, but did he just say that Artemis Fowl the second had grown strong? Whew, yeah, that is an Artemis. I'm laughing because I would be crying if I wasn't. So, they made Artemis into a Mary Sue, a strong, smart, morally upstanding, classy gentleman, completely unaware of his father's shady workings. I just don't understand why. It's the same with the Percy Jackson series. Both were made for the sake of nostalgia. So why change a story you already know works? Why change a character you already know people love? Especially when you should be smart enough to realize that's going to enrage a lot of people. I just want to know why. Anyway, that is a completely blank computer you were typing on. Like, it's not even turned on. It's as black as can be. You can have 4 different monitors with stuff on them in the previous shot, including the laptop we are about to get a close-up on, but you can't even manage to have the stupid thing turned on in the next shot.
You're all I have now, Artie.
So, Is the mom dead? Has she already gone mad before Artemis Senior has left, even though she's not supposed to lose it until after her husband is gone missing? I just... What?
Authorities launched a worldwide manhunt for the famous collector. He is suspected to have been behind some of the biggest robberies ever.
Why has a worldwide manhunt been issued, especially for a suspected but not particularly dangerous criminal? When have you ever seen this kind of response for anyone who has gone missing? So not only do the writers not know how the book went, they also don't know how the real world works either. Then we see a structure of some sort. Is this an oil rig? I'm assuming this is supposed to be where Artemis Senior is being held. What is going on here? So our Artemis is talking to someone on the phone, on a cell phone, on what looks to be some sort of smartphone, while voice modulator over here is talking on some sort of handheld device that's going to blind them with green light. I think this is being done to hide the face of the person that's talking, but, well, Artemis can't see the person anyway, so it's literally pointless other than hiding their face from us, the audience, which you don't need a light to do. I mean, I could sort of accept it if it were some sort of hologram thing and the light was showing that his face was being scanned and projected or whatever, but that's not what's going on, so just, what's going on? What exactly is going on in this scene here? Like, obviously Artemis Senior is being held captive, but what are all those pointy things? Are they crystals? Why are they protruding upward like that? Why are they wrapped around the chain securing Artemis Senior? Why are they even there? I have questions. Is this just a pit of these things? Is this so if he tries to get out of the chains he'll fall and die? But it doesn't look like he's hanging that high above them. In fact, it looks like they've covered his lower half. If they are indeed covering him, why not just use those to secure him? Seriously, what the heck are you holding? And, yeah, everything that follows is just ridiculous because none of it makes sense or has any relevance to anything that happened in the book! Alright, this is nitpicky, but the real Artemis Fowl would never be caught dead in an outfit like that. Oh, look, 100 different sized bottles of water. But seriously, what even are those supposed to be? I'm going to assume that the dozen other pull-out wall things also hold these bottles, so why do you need 1,000 bottles of stuff? I mean, what are they? What is it supposed to mean? So, the artifacts that Artemis Senior guards includes bottles of water, a random handprint, a pharaoh sarcophagus, and... Wait a minute. Is that supposed to be the acorn? Is that supposed to be the acorn? Is this how they're going to try and implement the acorn into the story? Is this? Now that is the kind of thing Artemis would wear. Wait, is he only wearing this as a symbolism of taking over his father's role or something? Oh, for the love of... And the loop-de-loop ring is back. So, Mulch is a giant dwarf, and Holly is an ally, and I'm just confused about what the heck is going on. Butler says that he and Artemis aren't alone in this. What are they not alone in? Rescuing Artemis Fowl Senior? Something about saving the world? What is going on? There are a couple of different story elements that resemble what the book was about, but as far as plot is concerned, it looks like they've been written an entirely new plot. Then we get the tree again, and now I'm really confused about it, because it looks like the whole thing about kidnapping Holly has gone completely out the window, so I can't possibly think of a reason as to why they would be at this tree. We get the weird window again, but this time it's not upside down, and then it cuts to Artemis saying it's real, even though we don't know what it is that's real. I'm not entirely convinced that these two shots are referring to the same thing, but maybe it is, and the weird window will somehow be relevant to the story. I don't know. What in the name of God are those things? What the heck are they? So, here's something I caught when I watched the trailer really slowly. Mulch has two different colored eyes, which I'm guessing is a reference to the eye camera things that are used in the book. But in the first book, it was Holly wearing them, and it matched her eye color. The time it didn't match eye color was when Artemis Jr. wore it. In the third book, and his eyes were blue, so the mismatch was that the camera was brown, not the neon blue that's in Mulch's eye for some reason. Honestly, I don't even know why they bothered to include this considering everything else that they've changed.
Whole team ready.
That's not how Holly's helmet worked. That's not how the sunglasses worked or came about. All of this is just incorrect. I still don't understand why there's an invasion happening. Are they trying to rescue Artemis's dad? That seems unlikely, especially since Holly says an army is coming. Is the plot that the fairies find out about all the stuff Artemis Senior has been hoarding and decide they want it all back? If so, why are Holly and Mulch helping Artemis? And I can only assume Foley is helping them as well, since he was basically the sole supplier of tech in the book, so the eye camera and the weapons used almost definitely came from him. But we also see female Root being a part of the invasion force, so none of this even remotely makes any sense. Also, can I just take a moment to say how much I hate this shot? Because the fairies are taller than Artemis when they're supposed to be like 3 feet tall at most. You know, CGI has come a long way, and it would not have been that hard. But then they would have actually had to care about anything in the book at all to do that, so I don't even know why I expected anything different. So, Evil Fairy can apparently control these crystal things, which, okay, sure, there's a lot worse crimes this movie's already committed. Let's just accept growing crystals with magic. Why not? So, Evil Fairy says us, implying they aren't working alone. So, are they associated with the Lower Elements Police? What? What?
What is happening?
Who do you think you are? I'm the next criminal mastermind.
Okay, but why? It is implied that you knew nothing of your father's doing, that you were just a normal kid, albeit a very rich kid who can fight and is super smart. And it's also implied that while Artemis Senior's work isn't legal, it's for the good of the world. I mean...
Save my father, save the world.
So, why does Artemis say he's gonna become some big criminal mastermind? Don't think that just because you included a troll in the story that makes up for anything that has happened here. Also, I just have to ask, where's Juliet? She's listed as part of the cast, but I haven't seen her at all in the teaser or in the official trailer, which makes me think that she's going to have almost no presence in the movie, which is so upsetting. And that was the trailer. I am appalled, really. I didn't think I could be any more upset with this movie after I watched the teaser trailer, and boy was I wrong. Thank you so much for watching. I am so tired. Movie makers, please stop ruining my childhood. If you are upset about this movie as I am, please make sure to tell me about it in the comments section down below. If you liked this video, consider giving it a like and maybe subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye now. Also, I am not going to watch this movie.